Well, we know we are on the countdown to Batman Caped Crusader, and I am not alone in my excitement for this show. Now, we got a bit of a teaser trailer the other day, but we really haven't gotten a great look at what we're getting in the project, but now a new poster has dropped from Amazon Prime, giving us a lot more details on what this world's going to look like and how noir they're going to go. Let's dive in, check out the poster, and break down all the newly revealed details. Now before we do that though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are in the know. Well, ever since we found out about Batman Caped Crusader, fans of the classic Batman the Animated Series have been pretty happy. We know that Bruce Timm has returned to help develop this project, and he's joined by the legendary Matt Reeves and J.J. Abrams. Now, from the very beginning, we were hearing this is going to be a noir take on the character, and since then, a lot of confirmation has come our way. We know the show is going to be set in the 1940s, and this means a world without computers and cell phones and security cameras, which is a much better setting for a character like the Batman. Now, beyond that, we got that little teaser trailer the other day, which gave us some peeks at the backgrounds for the show, but we still haven't gotten a full trailer. But Amazon did drop a nice poster earlier today, and it's pretty revealing and gives us some great details about the show. So first, let's just check out the poster. Now, all in all, I think this poster looks pretty great. It's really colorful and drives home what this version of Batman is going to feel like. There are some nice comparisons to the old Batman the Animated Series, but quite honestly guys, as this goes along, it definitely feels more and more like its own thing. Now, the skyline, for example, shows a lot of differences from the classic show. I don't know if you knew this, but the original Batman the Animated Series, all the backgrounds were painted on a dark base, typically red or black. This is why that particular version of Gotham had the look that it did. Inversely, when they did Superman the Animated Series, they went with a blue, and that's why the shows kind of contrasted each other. I think this is going to give this version of Gotham quite the different look, because it's not going to default to that darker reddish vibe that the original show had. Now, I did notice that some of the windows on the buildings behind Batman, well, they were definitely red, but they could have been reflecting off of that neon sign. Now, the neon sign itself, well, that's very much of this era of the United States. And I actually think that's sort of a perfect fit and helps capture the noir flavor of this version of Gotham. And for somebody who remembers these, quite honestly, you can almost hear it hum. Now, as for Batman, well, we've gotten a couple of pictures of Batman via some of the releases, but I think this is the first official head-to-toe shot we've gotten of the character. The distant shot of him helps drive home some of the details of the character, in particularly the ratio to the ears. You can really see how long they are in this particular shot. It's something that I like in my Batman, and is definitely part of this older classic version. We also see a version of the cape that is, well, not quite as encompassing as previous versions of the character. You remember in Batman the Animated Series and in a lot of modern iterations, Batman's kind of wrapped in his cape, almost like a robe. But this one definitely looks less robust and more of an attachment to the costume and not necessarily that tool of stealth used by the more current versions. We also see a very classic but symbol-less utility belt, which is also something of the era. We got a first look at the boots on the character, which are pretty classic and definitely fit Batman. And yes, it appears they did take right from the early days of The Dark Knight, because he does indeed have those short version of the gloves that was part of the early comics, and also the Final Frontier version of Batman. Now, once again, Amazon reiterates the August 1st release date. At this point, we're just over a month away, and we're going to get all 10 episodes. I really hope Season 2 is well underway. We've had to wait a long time for this show, and although I am pretty excited about getting all 10 episodes, if they drop all 10 at once and we just gobble it up because it's so great, well, being able to kind of have some patience for a second season is going to be really, really tough. Now that Amazon has dropped this poster, I expect a lot more official art about the project. We're likely to get new looks at more characters, hopefully the Penguin, Gentleman Ghost, maybe more shots of Catwoman and Harley Quinn, and of course Clayface are all coming our way, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of the Batman details.